Us is directed by Jordan Peele and stars Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke, and among others. And this is now the second directed film by Jordan Peele. And this movie is about a family that goes into Santa Cruz, California, to stay at this this house that's on the shore by the beach. And basically, as you see in the trailer, there's a family that comes there at the night. And they look identical to them, like beat for beat, or like flesh to flesh. Yeah, like a doppelganger. And it's basically throughout the rest of the film, they have to survive from these doppelgangers. We're gonna leave it there because we really don't want to go anything else to try to go. We're not gonna go any spoilers or anything. But here's some backstory. Now, Jordan Peele, if you remember, he directed Get Out a couple years ago, and Jordan Peele is usually known for comedy stuff, like in stuff like the Key and Peele and things like that. And when he did Get Out a couple years ago,
well, he decided that he just wanted to. When he became a director, go into directing, he wanted to do something out of his norm.
Yeah,
which I respect.
Yeah, and when he did Get Out a couple years ago, I'll admit that while I did like the film, and I like that him being a first-time director for it really showcased that he has talent.
He's going the right direction.
Yes,
should I say?
And but when Get Out came out though, while I enjoyed it, I did feel it was a bit overhyped because while it wasn't, because to me I felt like it was a film that was way too overpraised with saying it was one of the best picture winners or nominees and stuff.
Yeah, and
I felt like it definitely wasn't on that level.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say it's probably even in the top 300, 400 best horror film.
But it's still a good horror film.
But it's still good.
And I especially like the social commentary that he touched on, which I thought was
social commentary, and that was good. It shows that he's going the right direction, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. People calling him Hitchcock.
No.
Better than Wes Craven, better than John Carpenter, and some of the greats and Hall of Fames of horror history. You can't do one film and say, you can't even do two films or three and say that. And it's something that time tells too, because you got to think, to be considered that, let's call 20, 30 years down the road to see if people are still watching it.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, and I really, from when I saw and Get Out, and we're going to go in more in this film, don't think it's that damn good.
Well, yeah, I got you. Now, but going into the trailers for this, it got me really hyped because I'll be honest, when I saw the trailers for this, I was a lot more hyped up for this one because the trailers really got me with the way that we're seeing doppelgangers and this type of plot what we have with doppelgangers we have seen it in various other horror films, but they mainly use it for like psychological thrillers like Black Swan or Cam
or Mirror. I think it was Mirror was another one.
Yeah,
it's kind of like yourself killing.
That's right.
Yeah, never mind. But you've seen it settled in certain areas.
Yeah, but
like when I saw the trailers to Us, I will say that I was highly hyped for this one compared to I was with Get Out, because Get Out, while I was kind of looking forward to it, it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go see it. It was just like one of those things. This one I actually was hyped for. I really
especially that music they play in that trailer really got
5 on it.
Yeah,
got 5. So
I
think that's a good cover too.
It was, and after upon seeing the film, while I did really enjoy the movie a lot, I don't want to say it was definitely one of the best movies of the year or anything, but compared to Get Out, I will say that this is to me in my opinion, I thought this is what Jordan Peele should have done compared to Get Out.
Yeah. Now for my thing, it was good. But I don't know if I think Get Out's better or this is better, because there's things in this film I liked better, and there's things in Get Out that I thought was done better. It's 50-50, but however, I thought the film was good, okay, good. I mean, I wasn't blown away. I actually walked out kind of a little bit disappointed because I thought it would have been way better than what I'll get into reason why.
I want to say that, like, I wasn't, like, really blown away by it, but I will admit that
I was really hoping for this to be good.
I will say that this is one of the better horror films, at least straight up horror films I've seen in quite a while. With that going into my pros, I'll say the performances of the cast are pretty good, especially the main girl, Lupita. You may remember she was from Black Panther from last year. She was, I think, the girlfriend of T'Challa, of Black Panther. The girl that he was with.
Oh yeah, because I was about to say there was one other. People were getting mixed up with Michonne, and that's
no, the other one.
Okay, yeah, I think I do remember her.
Yeah, so she was good, and I also liked the other guy, Winston Duke.
Yeah, he was kind of likable, very likable. I thought the cast was there. I mean, they weren't. I will say they were good, but it wasn't blowing me off my shoes.
Right, but the main girl, Lupita, I thought that she really stood out for me the best. Like, she really did. Had a lot of great emotional scenes and everything, you really feel for her. And the way that the story goes along with how you're starting to slowly learn about the doppelgangers and stuff, while there are certain things that are questionable, I still went along with it because I really, you start to see a lot more shit than what you see in the trailer.
Yeah, I was really into the doppelganger thing. The plot with them, of us, them,
themselves.
They're themselves, and I like the way they look too, and how they made the little creaky noises and stuff. Yeah, and I like the boy's version with the white thing mask over his face.
And that's the other thing too. The direction, I feel like it's a strong point because Jordan Peele, after seeing Get Out, it seems like he really learned his lesson with really taking a lot more with horror in this angle because the faces they make and also just a lot of shots where it shows them in the background and shit, I thought really had me on the edge of my fucking seat.
Yeah, they do good with some tensions, quite a few tension scenes, not relying on that loud boom.
Yeah.
You can kind of see in the background they're blending in with their background, their environment, which is kind of cool. And I like the way they looked with the red, and they had the little scissors and stuff. Well, that was kind of good.
And also one of my favorite strong points is the nighttime scenes, the way that that he captures the nighttime scenes at dark. I mean, it's fucking pitch black. It really it creates a lot of great atmosphere, especially at this funhouse part.
Yeah, the funhouse thing and the beginning '80s thing was kind of on point with the whole thriller thing. Like you said, the nighttime scenes were done well. I thought he did well. I've seen a lot horrible ones, some this year.
Yeah.
They couldn't fucking shoot in the dark worth shit. Jordan Peele, thank you. You know how to shoot in the dark.
Yeah. But it's also, this movie, while it's not as quite as overly brutal you would think it's going to, I still thought that when it shows some of the death scenes, they go into pretty good detail.
And there's pretty good blood in this film. Choking on blood and stuff like that.
Definitely. So. And the music too, even the score itself, I thought was pretty fucking creepy, especially when you start to hear, they actually do play that cover of I Got Five on it, in one scene.
Yeah, which I do like that cover. Yeah. I think it goes good with the movie.
Yeah, and just in that, and I'll admit that when it came to the twist ending of the film, there's actually a couple. I actually really fucking love that. I thought that as far as twists, it was. To me, I thought it was a little better than Get Out, but I can see where probably some of the problems lie.
Yeah, see, I side differently on him on this. While I didn't hate it, so it wouldn't be a con. I'll get into probably a little bit of what kind of was a disappointment here in a second. I thought it was. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was good. I mean, really, I expected more out of the ending, and there's a little twist I was wishing they would have went with.
Yeah.
And I thought that if he would have went with that would have been fucking clever as shit. And we discussed that. And it would have, to me, I think it would have made the movie better.
Yeah, I got you.
But the way he went with it, I'll get in my cons in a second.
Yeah, but to get into some of my cons real quick, I will say that there is some things that they establish, especially in the first and third acts, that are just kind of thrown in there as far as, things that you're told at the beginning, and then you're also told
you have your opening where it's one of those movies where the opening they want you to pay attention to because it's going to go back there. It stands out. You're going to have to go back to that. So it's all right, we already know that. So pay attention in the beginning. And then, like you said, the third act for me, while the twist wasn't bad, I also didn't find it very impressive. I expected way more out of it. I will say that Another con I had was before they get to the whole slasher thing, I had a problem with some of the pacing at the beginning because I was kind of it started losing me. I felt like his pacing stretched a little longer than it should have. Like the whole build up.
He had that same problem with Get Out.
See, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I would like for something that I mean, I don't want to be rushed by any fucking means, but he extended it way too deep in because it wasn't really until. What would you think?
I'd say about 35 minutes. 40?
About 45, 50. He stretched it before we saw those.
No,
there was a lot of buildup of them really I mean, they bring us some kind of like scenes that something's going to happen throughout, but mostly it's just a buildup of them going to the beach, him talking to his friends, him getting a boat,
and you see that creepy.
You get to know the kids, and then she has this problem with herself. Also, there's a part where in the beginning where it's about her as a little kid. What happened to the parents?
Yeah, that's something
because I felt like they played something big in this. They tried to say something.
Well, I can't go into it without going into the detail, but I think I got a feeling what happened in but I had to. I can't go into detail without spoiling.
And like we were saying, while you might have liked some twist and stuff, and then I mean I thought it was okay. I kind of feel like there's a lot of missing pieces.
Well, yeah, there's parts to especially the beginning that they set up with, and then a little bit toward the end when they're trying to explain some things. I felt like there's things that they should have elaborated quite more on.
Yeah.
Because he was telling me this.
There was like two things that I felt like they abandoned, but they brought up, and then there was some things they elaborated on that I felt wasn't impressive. And a bit predictable at the same time.
Right.
And I wish I could bring up the ending I wish they would have went with, but it can lead to spoilers.
Yeah.
And I thought, I mean, it would have been kind of cool maybe down the road, when this film has already been seen by everybody and people can talk in the comments, I can write my detail, what I wish would have happened. And I think it would have been clever. You and I discussed it. What do you think?
I think that would have been good, yeah.
I think it would have been fucking interesting as hell, man.
Well, the other con that I had to, well, just a minor thing, was there's a choice that one of the characters makes, at least toward the middle of the film, that I felt like they could have gotten out of the situation a lot easier, but I realized that the route they went with was to bring character development, which I appreciated because they actually do that with these characters.
While the comedy isn't, I wouldn't say a major con or any kind of con, it's not a pro either. This one, I just felt like
I didn't think it was as funny because
it wasn't funny. Because I really didn't laugh because they're trying to be funny. And this movie, a lot of people said that they felt like the comedy oversaturated a little bit more than it should have been because they got the father who's trying to throw out jokes when serious shit's going on. I felt like that's a little problem.
Yeah, if you took the character from Get Out, that was the comic relief, and put him as like the second co-lead in this, that's kind of how it went down. Because in Get Out, I actually really laughed a lot, but that was needed when it was there. It wasn't like all over the place.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's one of my other little things. It didn't bother me too much, but I will say some of the comedy felt a little out of place.
And this is just a little nitpick here. I just gotta bring this up. So we get that scene where the father is out in the water, and the water is like he's supposed to be in the middle of the ocean. I don't know, cove, a fucking bay or something.
Yeah,
where all the houses are. It kind of bothered me that it felt like it looked like he was standing up a little bit because you're in deep water, you're not gonna bob up this fucking high.
Yeah,
I noticed that a little bit. I'm like,
I didn't even notice that shit.
Dude, you're a little too. Get down a little bit, man. That's noticeable, dude.
Well, they might as well get somebody.
He didn't. It's not. Yeah, I'm nitpicking, but we go into movies wanting to believe the situation.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't doing this or anything, but he's in deep water.
Yeah, I got
And where the fuck is the waves at? This is supposed to be a bay, a part of the ocean. Because, like you said, it's in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
That's in California. It's on Pacific Ocean right there. Why are you not bobbing? Where's the waves at? It's like, it kind of bothered me a little bit. Like, ooh. Yeah.
But overall, though, with that being said, did I enjoy the movie? Yes, I did. I actually really enjoyed it. Now, what was it? Was it like one of the best like movies of all time? No, nowhere on that level. But I will say that for the first time, it's probably not gonna make. It's definitely not probably gonna make my list. But I will say that this is, to me, everything that Jordan Peele should have done with Get Out, at least in some aspects. I agree. There's some writing things that he did better with in Get Out.
Yeah.
But with the stuff that he stuck with in this, I felt
like the story structure, the explanation of like the closing of Get Out, the story. While this one seems a lot more fun, I thought it was well written in Get Out compared to this, because this one, I don't know what Jordan Peele was trying to do.
Yeah.
But to me, I felt like there were some holes that weren't explained, and I guess I just saw a different twist than that should have than they gave us. I'm not saying it's horrible. I mean, Jordan Peele's on the right track.
And I think he can probably do a decent job. I think he will do good with Twilight Zone.
I think one day we will get something great like Split, like Shyamalan did with Split. That was a big big deal, and it was fucking great. Peele will get his like movie one day. However, he is not the second coming of fucking Alfred Hitchcock. No. He ain't Carpenter. He ain't Wes Craven, people. This guy's gonna have to make a dozen horror films. They're gonna have to, be like fucking. I mean, would you really say his movies have been better than The Thing?
No.
No. The Halloween?
No.
Psycho?
No.
I mean, come on, it doesn't come near those guys.
You gotta grow as a director.
Yeah, he's gonna have to grow, and like I said, this is gonna be something that if these end up being massive cult classics 30 years down the road, he can be in the category.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for sure he's not right now. But he's on the right direction. He's never made a horrible movie yet. So with that said, I'm going to give this film a low average Joe on the Film Phreeks meter.
Fair enough. And going with... As a huge differ from him, I'm giving this film a phenomenal grade on the Film Phreeks meter. Yeah. And for those of you who have also seen us, let us know in the comments below of what you thought about it. And if you like what you see here, you can feel free to like and subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other reviews here and our website at filmphreeks.com. And we'll be seeing our next review. We'll see you later.
See ya.